Welcome back to Hot Water Wrestling, and I was just looking at the wall over here, and looking at Bret Hart. Now I know you can't really see me, but pointing to seeing all these autographs, and I got to thinking, looking at these guys on the wall just for a second, how different each one of them is, and the different styles of wrestling that's out there. You look at Bret Hart there with the world title, and it's like believable. He's like a world champion. You know, and there's wrestlers who are kind of like, you know, they justify wrestling, and we know it's not a real sport, but making it like a real sport. There's other guys who hold the title, like The Rock, God bless him, or John Cena, or even The Undertaker, where it's like, it's more cartoony, it's more like wrestling, and The Undertaker is more of a character. And there's all those different kinds of wrestlers out there. And through the years, there's always been two different kinds. More like the clownish, freakish showman, and then there's the technician. You know, I have always liked the technician guys. I've liked guys that can balance their technician skills and their characters very well. One guy in particular that comes to mind who's could be the best at it. You know, Stone Cold, you have to mention, obviously. But Triple H has become, I know he's not the most popular name, but if you think about it, him being a larger-than-life character, like a Kane or an Undertaker or Hulk Hogan or something, that, you know, he does that in being the game, but also he brings humongous technical skill. Shawn Michaels obviously did that, you know. Shawn was always old school. He was always Shawn with Shawn. His character was not about being a character. It was more an extension of who he was, kind of like CM Punk. His character is an extension of who he is. Kurt Angle, another amazing technician. But I don't want to get off track here, but I just named some guys that, some of the best wrestlers, people who I enjoy watching. Not everybody is on this list. I just jotted down these names, but you know, Bret Hart, very special. Kurt Angle, very special. Shawn Michaels, very special. Chris Jericho, very special. Ricky Steamboat, Randy Macho Man Savage, one of the best right there. Okay, I mean, talk about a master. He had it all. He could go in the ring and make that match believable. Wrestling could seem like a real sport for that moment if you just used your, you know, put your fun cap on, suspension of disbelief. Just amazing. You know, there's just some wrestlers, you watch them and they don't suspend your disbelief very well. You know, I'm not trying to pick on anybody, but John Cena I have to point to. Now there's occasions when he does versus, you know, CM Punk at Money in the Bank. Cena blew the roof off the joint. He really impressed me. Some of his matches with Randy Orton have been very good. But long story short, these guys I'm talking about, when they were in the ring, it was like a fight, you know? And The Rock is one of my favorite wrestlers, and I can't put him on the list completely because The Rock, he's a show. You know what I mean? Mick Foley had his own brand. Here's a guy who was neither. He was just Mick Foley. When you went in there, when Foley went in the ring, when he was in his prime, most audience members didn't know what to think, but they knew they were going to go, ugh, at some point, because Foley was going to take a hell of a bump. But anyways, Randy Savage, one of the best at it. Tito Santana, a forgotten name by most younger fans. But this guy was one of the best Intercontinental champions of all time, and you know, he was a forerunner stud for the company quietly. You know, he was quietly a little grease in the machine for many years. He was a very reliable talent that put on a hell of a match, always a great match with Tito Santana. And Vince relied on Tito through the years, giving him multiple Intercontinental championships and tag team championships, and you know, Tito enjoyed much success, but he's not really remembered too much today. And then Greg Valentine, Greg the Hammer Valentine, another classic guy I had to mention. You know, he was a hell of a technician, hell of a character, just a gritty guy you find in some bar up in Minneapolis, or no, he was from Seattle, Washington. He's like a Seattle, Washington lumberjack guy, you know, not cartoony like Duggan, just, you know, or whatever. He's like a truck driver, Greg Valentine. Hit you over the head with a wrench. But anyways, Valentine was an amazing technician. He had a match with Hulk Hogan. I think he had actually more than one. And there were some of Hogan's best matches. If you want to see like a real great Hogan match, kind of like CM Punk versus John Cena for Cena, what that was for him. When Hogan fought Valentine, he had some matches kind of like that. I know I'm kind of all over the place, but I hope some of this video gets through to you. My whole point was that, you know, I like it better when we have a champion like Bret Hart. I like these kind of wrestlers better, but I know there's a reason and a need to have everybody. It's always been that way. Always been that way. There's always been, you know, since the days of Gorgeous George and on down the line, there's always been guys who were the flamboyant character types, and the other ones were the technician types, and it always just kind of went together. I like it when the technician part is emphasized more. We don't get that all the time in WWE, but when WWE's back is against the wall and they know they have to come through, they always rely on that technical wrestling to get you through. Wrestling, WWE, it's a wrestling company. So excited for WrestleMania, of course. A lot of events. I'm thinking about making an updated kind of travel video, but you know, if you have any questions, put them in my other one. I try to check it as much as I can. I can't answer anything about arcades because I don't really go to arcades that much, so you're just gonna have to look them up. Depending on whether you're staying in Broward County, the Fort Lauderdale area, or Dade County, the Miami area. They can be far apart. I don't know how far you want to drive for an arcade. Anyways, I want to just say have a good time at WrestleMania. I'm going to make another video. I'm sorry, I'm distracted because I have to get back to work. Thanks for watching Hot Water Wrestling.